next event, which would be Valentine's Day. The kids are back in school, the rush is on, and we don't have much time, right? Who is like looking for time? So what I thought I would share with you is something really quick that you can create is a thank you card. We never seem to have enough time to make thank you cards. So let me show you something that's going to be really super quick and something that I've found to be very easy to do, no matter what skills you have. It all starts with using our designer series paper. So today what I'm focusing on is the Serene Scenery Designer Series paper stack. And as you could see, this originally had 48 sheets in it, and these are 6 by 6 in size. There's not much left to it. I have loved creating with this paper stack. The images that are on here are simply stunning. It is located in our annual catalog, and it may be overlooked. I know it was for me the first time I saw it. Actually, I didn't even see it because it was overlooked so much. It's on page 174 in the annual catalog, and it's actually right here. Now, if you take a first gander look at that, I mean, hi Dory, that does absolutely nothing for me to see this little sniplet. Now remember, where you see these little images here, this little video thing, the little arrow with the little box around it, that means there's a video to go along with it. So head on over, after you watch this one, head on over to the Stampin' Up! YouTube channel and check out the video that they have posted on there for Serene Scenery Designer Series paper stack. But let me just show you, I don't have all of the papers here because some I've already used up, but I'm also want to show you something else that I had done creating it. So look at the stunning, I guess this one should go this way, the stunning papers, and they are double-sided. So, you know, not to worry. And it's, the one side has like photography, so they're taken from actual photos, and the other side has, you know, just a real nice design on it. This one of my favorites. The back just has just little dots on it. This one reminds me of a, actually back in the 70s, 80s, you know, furniture that kind of looked like that, but it looks like a textured piece of fabric. The back is that. This one again, like a cable knit, and the back has dots. This one is like a wooden floor, and this is perfect for making men cards. And the other side is really nice too. Now this one, if you saw my video that I did the other day, I used this where I stamped on an image to make a, you know, a real pretty card. So go ahead and back and check that one with one of our new stamp sets. The other side has just the polka dots, and this one is like a linen texture, and the other side has round little dots. And like I said, there are a few more, 2 more, which I'm actually going to show you in a card. So let me just stick that aside, and let me put my catalog aside. And Dory wants a little space where she can also see. So let me show you what I am using today. This is a brand new stamp set, and it's absolutely free. Yep, I said it, free, F-R-E-E. And you know what they say, if it's free, it's for me. So this is a very large stamp, the thank you. The name of it is called So Very Much. So it comes with a huge thank you. It also comes with 4 other sayings: for the gift, so very much, from all of us, and for your kindness. And the one I got in this is actually wood mount. Because it's free, with a $50 purchase from any of the catalogs that Stampin' Up! Currently has, you may choose the clear mount or the wood mount. And the clear mount, now let's not forget, the clear mount is actually still on the red rubber. However, it's not mounted onto a wood block, so you don't get the wood blocks. And with these, you would need to use your acrylic blocks to stick it on and off. So sometimes it's a little confusing. So clear is not crystal clear, it's still red rubber. just not permanently mounted on a wood block. So that's the difference there. So anyhow, let me show you a card that I just did really quick. This is one of the papers in that paper stack. And the paper I'm going to show you with, this is another paper. This one just has those dots again on the back. But this just makes me feel like I'm just floating in a garden somewhere. So the best thing about, and now I'm looking to see where did I put that with the paper stacks, and I'm looking, okay, I don't see it. But what Stampin' Up! Provides is on it, and where did I don't know where I put it. I mean, really, you know. Oh, you know what? I know where I put it. Excuse me, Dory. Dory took it. Okay, we'll blame Dory. Dory took it. Okay, right on the front here, it tells you the colors that coordinate. Bermuda Bay, Crumb Cake, Delightful Dijon, Island Indigo, Old Olive, Pool Party, and Whisper White. So those are the coordinating colors. So with that, now Dory, go back under there. Dory needs to clear the stage. I think she like hears me talking and she's like, oh, she's doing a video. I better hurry up or I'm going to miss making my spot known to people. All right, baby cakes. If you want to sit on my lap, you can. Otherwise, I'm sure she'll be back. All right, so that's what I basically did is I pulled colors from what they recommend on the pack. And I just did a little bit of layering. And I mean, boom, you're done. A little trimming, little layering. So let's go ahead and make this. Delightful Dijon, Basic Black. And here is our Designer Series paper. So with this, when I originally did mine, I stamped it with Memento ink. Memento ink is a great ink to use if you're going to be doing any watercoloring, or if you're using your photopolymer where you don't want them to stain, this will come right off. We also have another, this is our archival basic black. So this is another black ink pad to work with. And this ink pad is actually a little bit different than our standard ink pads in that it's kind of a linen base. So it's not the foam pads. And what I noticed last time I used this, I noticed it was a little dry. So I thought, let me show you how to re-ink it. So if you don't know, we do sell re-inkers, and I always recommend to people when they purchase an ink pad, go ahead and get this ink refill. There's so many other things you can do with it, not just re-inking your ink pads, and we'll have to go into more detail with that. So just screw your top off, and I'm just lightly squeezing. You could see how dry that is because that ink is just going right into that ink pad. And like everything, like they say, less is best, right? So you don't want to ink up your ink pad too much, but just, you know, till you kind of notice that it was taking a little bit longer for it to absorb into the ink pad. So there we go. Now normally I would kind of let that sit, you know, and kind of absorb a little bit in there, but you know, I know we're busy. We don't have time, right? I just got done saying that. Now, being this is such a huge stamp, and I mean, this is the size of the ink pad. So you all know what sizes our ink pads are. So being that this is a larger stamp, I'm going to do it with inking up the stamp this way. You may also choose to do it this way. However, again, I feel I get better coverage. I can go all over my stamp by doing it that way, and so that Dory or myself does not actually get ourselves into that. I'm going to close that up. All right, so here's our DSP. Ooh, almost did that upside down. Make sure you put your labels on there so that you know. I am gonna, and again, I'm kind of looking at this at an angle, but when you stamp, if you've never stamped before, you just press down and no rocking, and lift up, and then look at that. That is just, I'll put that up there. That is just simply stunning. The script on this, I mean, Okay, so let's do a little bit of layering, and let's hurry up, and let's, you know, we are running out the door. We need to thank someone for a gift that perhaps they gave us over the holidays, to pop that in the mail. So we're going to use a little basic black. I like the way the black kind of makes the colors just pop. All right, so again, very simple. Our basic card, for those of you that don't, is 8.5 by 11, and you cut it in half. So you can cut it in half this way, or you can cut it in half this way. So you can cut it at 4 1/4, or you can cut it in 5 1/2. Excuse me, 5 1/2. So this one's cut 5 1/2 by 8.5. And then what I did with the black is I just took a little smidgen before 5 1/2, and a little smidgen before 4 1/4. And then this other one was actually, the designer series paper was cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So that's how simple that's done. So we're going to go ahead and fold that. Then what I did, like I did on this one here, I used some of our linen thread. It comes on a card like this, and I'm just going to wrap it. And this is really going to catch Dory's attention. She's like, ooh, what is that? All right. Dory, are you learning? I mean, she's always like very interested in what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. She just makes me laugh. I mean, what would I do without Dory? Poor Tommy. He's like thrilled when I come in. Ooh, my finger got stuck. He's like thrilled when I come in here to stamp, because he knows he's going to get a little bit of time to have for him, because, you know, girlies are hanging out in the stamp room. All right, so I made big loops. I'm going to make them a little smaller. Blah, 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 just like that. And take my paper snips and do a little snip, snip. And if that bothers you, the way that kind of goes haphazard, you can go ahead and put a little glue dot under that and hold it. And I may do that later on. You can choose how you want your linen thread to go. I kind of like to have one end together, like that, and kind of separate the other end. And again, I'm going to use my snail adhesive, double-sided tape, and adhere this to the front of my card. And I mean, let me flip it. Oh boy, I didn't cut that very well, did I? I'll have to go back and fix that. And adhere this to the front of my card. And there you go. Now these little pieces, I have them off to the side here. These little pieces that I trimmed off, I mean, this was the one that went to here. You can very easily, this was a side piece. I mean, this would make something cute on the side of a card, you know, if you wanted to put it there. How stunning would that be? You can use these little sniplet pieces to put inside your card like so, if you wanted to. You know, you can choose to put it along the side if you want to give it a little accent, you know. I mean, but if you're really stuck for time, you know, this is the quick way to go. So how stunning are they? I mean, quick, simple, a free stamp set with a $50 purchase. But let me show you one more thing before I let you go here today. Now this is and I'm sorry for any glare that this may be picking up. This is a 12 by 12, and I'm going to stand up so I can see, make sure that I'm showing you what you can see. This is a 12 by 12, and I hope I don't knock my light over. 12 by 12 photo frame that I got at oh, I forget which store, but I used one of those 50% off coupons for it, and all I did is I used the old olive behind there, a little layer of basic black, and I used my 12 by 12 paper inside here, and I just trimmed down my little squares. And look how, and it's hard to get the whole thing in there. Let's see, maybe, well, this should get part of it. Look how stunning this is to hang on your wall. I had posted this, oh, not too long ago on one of my blog posts, but it's just, I mean, this one has to be my favorite. And it's just a stunning piece. And I mean, all you gotta do, like, put this together. Someone you know, perhaps, you know, just purchased a new house or something. What a great